Have you ever wondered, am I alone in the universe? Is this physical existence it? Do my thoughts matter? Do my emotions matter? I'm Nora Spinnor from Netism, and I'm here to tell you how we're all connected. I am going to demystify the net from Netism. And if you're new to Netism, please check out netism.org and livingnetism.com. That's the social. Both pages are full of metaphysical information. Is the net new to you? Have you heard this before? Comment down below. I would love to know your feelings. So the net from Netism is not the internet. It is a universal, multiversal, ethereal energy web that connects every being in the universe to every other being. Every being is sending out threads of conscious impulses, and these impulses are what make up the net. The net is consciousness, but it itself is not conscious. It is a composite of all living beings. Now, the threads that we send out, each thought is a thread. If you think of a person in that moment that you're having that thought, you are sending a energetic thread of connection to that person. If you have ever had a person pop into your head and then moments later they're calling you on the phone, that is you receiving that thread from that person intending to connect. Now, we send out subconscious threads all the time. If you have any underlying desires, those desires are sending out threads just as much, if not more, than your consciousness. And they are pulling those things into your path. The net is best understood scientifically by the holographic principle. And what the holographic principle means is that each being is in one part reflective of the entire whole. So think about how one pixel in a screen can take on any color, any type of light, any part of that image. That's basically you as a hologram. Your mind functions as a hologram, controlling your physical body as you move through the world. It downloads information. We're all programmed to think a certain way when we come into the world, to view things a certain way. That's your programming. We expect certain things to happen and not others. I'm not going to go falling through this chair beneath me because that's the laws of physics. This is all our programming. Our programming also tells us that we are separate individuals and that we're not connected to other things. And this is where humanity kind of struggles in coming to awareness of its true potential. Edgar Cayce, who is nicknamed the Sleeping Prophet, is a beautiful example of human potential. Now, what Edgar Cayce could do is he could put himself into a trance and he could remote view a selected target, a person, and see what was going on with them energetically. And then he could connect his mind to several different physicians, and through those physicians, he could gain a diagnosis and almost always correctly diagnose the patient. Now, how is he able to do this? In his trance state, he explained that, well, all are one, and all he had to do was simply, connect to the other minds. This is because all consciousness is linked together. This is the net. The net is able to give us inspiration. It is able to give us answers when we need them. Now, Edgar Cayce couldn't remember this when he woke up, but he was able to tap into everything. And this is what people can describe in meditation, when they're able to access anything or remote view or direct themselves to any location. It is consciousness unbound, and because we are conscious entities and we are not tied to physical matter, not completely, not during our lives, we can tap into the net. Now, scientists, musicians, artists, writers, all of these people are receiving inspiration from the net without realizing it. When we have a specific question in our mind and we're working very hard to realize it, what happens to scientists when they make new discoveries? They'll be doing something else and then it comes to them. That's a spark of inspiration from the net. And it's also not unusual for several different labs around the same time, completely unconnected, to have the same insight or similar insights, that they come about in different ways. And that's because that energy field is leaking out that information to all. But to receive the insight, you have to direct yourself. You have to have your resonance able to receive it. The net is not new. The Hindus described it as Indra's net, which is a cosmic web of jewels where each jewel reflects all of the others. That is the net of Netism, the holographic principle. The ancient Egyptians, they named their gods and goddesses Neter because they were able to pull from the net and manifest reality. This is the core fundamental idea behind Netism, is that the net connects all. We are not alone. Our thoughts and emotions are very important, and our resonance matters. Please keep following Netism and check out netism.org and livingnetism.com on the social page. We would love to see you there.